Hello and welcome to this lecture. My name is Lendenes, and I'm excited to share with you today some of my research findings in the fields of stress, sleep, healthy aging, and physical exercise. As a PhD student at the University of Stirling in Scotland, I've had the privilege of building on the previous research of Professor Anna Whittaker. My current research project focuses on assessing the impact of physical activity on the health status and well-being of older adults. Through my work, I hope to contribute to a greater understanding of the benefits of physical activity for promoting healthy aging and improving overall well-being. I have no conflicts of interest. I'm excited to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, building resilience through physical activity. And as we all know, stress is an inevitable part of life, and it can have a profound impact on our physical and mental health. Fortunately, physical activity has been shown to be an effective tool to manage stress and improve sleep hygiene. And during this talk, I will discuss the latest research on how physical activity affects cortisol, a key stress hormone, and how it influences our sleep. I will also explore the different types of physical exercises that have been shown to be the most beneficial for stress reduction and improved sleep quality. And finally, I will provide some practical tools and strategies that you can use to build resilience and manage stress in your daily life. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the exciting world of physical activity, stress management, and sleep hygiene. Before we start, I would like to talk about the importance of stress resilience and how it relates to the conversation between Tiny Dragon and Big Panda about a strong tree with deep roots. In their conversation, Tiny Dragon noticed that the tree was still standing despite being battered by storms. Big Panda explained that the tree had grown deep roots during better times, allowing it to weather any storm that came its way. This analogy of the tree is a perfect representation of stress resilience. Just as the tree's deep roots allowed him to withstand a storm, stress resilience for us enables us to handle and recover from challenging situations in our lives. Stress resilience is the ability to adapt and bounce back from adversity, challenges, and stressors. It is not about avoiding stress entirely, but rather developing the skills and resources to manage and cope with it effectively. Having strong stress resilience is essential for maintaining good mental health and physical health. Chronic stress can have negative impacts on our body and mind, leading to issues like anxiety, depression, and physical health problems. In contrast, individuals with high stress resilience can better manage stressors and are more likely to maintain good mental and physical health. They have developed a range of coping strategies, such as seeking support from others, practicing self-care, and problem-solving skills. Moreover, stress resilience is crucial for success in all areas of life, including work, relationships, and personal goals. It enables individuals to maintain focus and motivation during challenging times and helps them achieve their goals despite setbacks. Therefore, it's crucial to develop and strengthen our stress resilience through various methods such as mindfulness, exercise, social support, and self-care. By doing so, we can better manage stress, overcome challenges, and lead healthier and more successful lives. So in conclusion, stress resilience is critical for maintaining good mental and physical health, achieving success in life, and coping with challenges effectively. Like the strong tree with deep roots, we too can develop our stress resilience and weather any storm that comes our way. Today, I want to talk about the fascinating relationship between physical activity, stress, and sleep. And I guess everyone has already noticed the interconnection between stress and sleep in their own lives. For example, when I'm stressed, I'm lying in bed, and my thoughts are all over the place, I just can't seem to fall asleep. And conversely, when I'm sleep deprived, I just don't respond to stressors as well as I usually would. And Research has discovered that patients with insomnia have an excessive release of stress-related chemicals in their brain, which can flood the brain and cause excessive activation in stress-related regions in the brain. This leads to excessive worry, rumination, and feelings of being under threat. Critically, though, it's a reciprocal relationship. If you have hyperactivation in those parts of the brain, you can also trigger the body to release those stress-related chemicals. This becomes a self-fulfilling negative spiral prophecy where further stress-related brain and body activation occurs. But the good news is that physical activity can play a significant role in managing stress and improving sleep quality. In this lecture, I will talk about the impact of physical activity on both stress and sleep, including practical tips for managing stress and improving the sleep quality. What I will mainly talk about in this video is based on the research I discovered writing my recently published systematic reviews. And one of them is the effects of physical activity on cortisol and sleep, a systematic review and meta-analysis, published in the Journal of Psychoneuroendocrinology. We know stress management and quality sleep are vital for good health. And research shows or suggests that physical activity can positively impact both stress and sleep. However, there have been remarkably few studies that have examined the effects of physical activity on cortisol, a key stress biomarker for stress, and on sleep. Additionally, research is particularly scarce in older people, despite both sleep and cortisol is changing with age. And that's why we conducted this systematic review. The studies in our systematic review included adults, physical activity programs of any duration, controls receiving no intervention, or controls included in a different program, cortisol measurements, and subjective or objective measures of sleep. We found 10 original studies, and our review indicated that physical activity is an effective strategy for lowering cortisol levels and improving sleep quality. So we indeed found that physical exercise seems to modulate cortisol and sleep beneficially. Light to moderate intensity exercise is effective, whether it is an aerobic or mind-body type such as yoga or Tai Chi. This means that even a small amount of physical activity can help regulate cortisol levels and improve sleep quality. Furthermore, we found that physical exercise may be most beneficial for adults with current poor mental health states. And this is quite an essential finding, as it suggests that physical exercise could be a powerful tool for those struggling with mental health issues at the moment, such as, for example, anxiety, depression, or burnout. So in conclusion, our research highlights the importance of physical exercise for cortisol regulation and sleep quality. Whether you are struggling with poor mental health or you want to improve your overall well-being, adding light to moderate intensity exercise to your routine will become a game changer. But caution is needed to generalize these findings to the general population, as the included trials were predominantly participants with breast cancer, including few males. But generally, we can conclude that cortisol regulation and sleep quality are intertwined, and that physical activity programs could improve both stress and sleep in several ways. And of course, also that exercising any time of day can help reduce your stress levels and improve sleep, which is true for almost every type of exercise. And in this slide, you see which exercise prescription for stress relief and good night's sleep your doctor maybe want to prescribe. So for example, the frequency we found in our studies was 2 to 5 times each week that physical activity or the exercise was done. The intensity was mainly light to moderate. The time and type was between 20 to 40 minutes, with walking, running, biking, yoga, any type of exercise, and the duration was between 6 to 14 weeks. So we can conclude that whether you want to do aerobic exercises, you want to dance it out, you want to lift things, you want to do combined exercise protocols, or you want to do yoga or tai chi, any exercise is beneficial to improve your stress and sleep. Now, I want to talk about physical activity, that it could be a key for stress management particularly. But first, let me start by introducing cortisol, a hormone that plays a key role in the body's stress response. Cortisol is a hormone produced by the adrenal gland in response to stress. Its primary function is to help the body cope with acute stress by increasing blood sugar levels and suppressing the immune system, which can be life-saving in times of acute life-threatening danger. Cortisol levels in the body naturally fluctuate during the day, with the highest level in the morning and the lowest at night. However, when we experience chronic stress, cortisol levels can become dysregulated, leading to a range of negative health effects. For example, chronic stress can lead to inflammation, increased blood pressure, and decreased immune function, among other things. This is why it is crucial to manage our stress levels. Taking some time daily for managing stress, such as mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, and yoga, or any type of exercise, can help lower cortisol levels and improve overall health and well-being. Additionally, physical activity and regular exercise have been shown to be effective in managing stress and reducing cortisol levels. On this side, you see that the diurnal rhythm of cortisol is characterized by fluctuations in the hormone cortisol over the course of a day, and it follows a pattern of high levels in the morning and low levels in the evening. And it is essential to maintain a regular diurnal rhythm of cortisol to promote overall health and well-being. And fortunately, there are several steps you can take to promote a healthy cortisol rhythm, including stress management, but also exercise. And indeed, we want lower cortisol profiles in the evening for good health. And in another systematic review that we conducted and we published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, we took a closer look at physical activity and cortisol levels, and we saw that physical activity again may contribute to better cortisol profiles. Okay, I think I highlighted this enough. So what is then the practical takeaway for physical activity and stress? So physical activity can play a significant role in achieving a better cortisol profile, as it can help reduce stress levels and improve overall health and well-being. The practical tools you can do in your daily routine are, for example, a morning walk. Taking a 10-minute walk outside in the morning can do wonders for your health and for your mental health. It's an excellent opportunity to get some fresh air and enjoy the natural morning light. You can also do movement in nature. Being in nature has positive effects on your stress levels and overall health. And try to incorporate outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, or even just walking in the park. 3 is every movement counts. It's important to be active as much as possible during the day. Try to include movement snacks throughout the day, such as stretching after every hour or taking a quick walk around the block. 4 is find an exercise that you enjoy. That is essential. It is essential to find an exercise that you enjoy and you will adhere to regularly. Whether it's dancing, swimming, or weightlifting, make sure that you find something you love and do it together, for example, with family or loved ones to keep it going. 5, wind down in the evening. Evening routines such as yoga, tai chi, or breathwork can help you wind down and prepare for a good night's sleep. So you see, there are lots of ways to introduce physical activity into your day. to regulate your cortisol level and improve your mental well-being. All right. We all know how it feels to wake up after a restless night's sleep. We are groggy, irritable, and find it difficult to focus on tasks. But did you know that this feeling is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to negative effects of chronic sleep deprivation? Because research has shown that sleep is essential for the proper functioning of our bodies and minds. During sleep, our bodies repair and regenerate themselves while our brains consolidate memories and process information. Without enough sleep, we're more susceptible to illnesses. We experience impaired cognitive function and our mental health suffers. Physical health is a major concern for those who struggle with sleep. Studies have found that sleep deprivation can lead to an increased risk of developing a number of chronic health conditions, such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular health disease. It can also weaken our immune system, making us more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. But the effects of poor sleep don't stop there. Our mental health can suffer as well. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to an increased risk of developing mental health disorders such as depression or anxiety. It can also exacerbate symptoms of existing conditions like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. So what can we do to ensure we're getting a good quality sleep? Well, the National Sleep Foundation recommends that adults aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and we should also establish a regular sleep schedule, avoiding caffeine and alcohol before bed, and create a sleep-friendly environment in our bedrooms. Now, I will talk for a few moments about the impact of physical activity on sleep. And I will delve a little bit deeper in on the type, intensity, and timing of physical activity and its impact on sleep. First, we're going to discuss the question of whether exercise has an impact on the quantity and quality of our sleep. So, what is the answer then? A meta-analysis approach teaches us that regular exercise has 4 persistent benefits when it comes to sleep. First, exercise improves sleep efficiency, meaning that people who exercise regularly fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer than those who don't exercise. Secondly, regular exercise leads to an increase in the amount of sleep achieved, meaning that people who exercise regularly experience longer periods of deep sleep and wake up feeling more refreshed. Thirdly, exercise has been shown to increase the speed of falling asleep. So people who exercise regularly can fall asleep faster than those who don't. Finally, regular exercise improves the quality of sleep experienced. People who exercise regularly report higher levels of satisfaction with their sleep, and they experience fewer disruptions and awakenings during the night. These benefits are persistent and don't diminish over time. So the answer to the question is a resounding yes. Regular exercise is effective for maintaining and improving a good sleep. In addition to these benefits, exercise may also lead to deeper stages of sleep and a decrease in the number of awakenings during the night. Another meta-analysis of 13 studies found that exercise was associated with an increase in non-rapid eye movement sleep, especially the stage 3 sleep, which is the most restorative stage. However, it's important to note that the relationship between exercise and sleep is not a one-size-fits-all scenario. The intensity, duration, and timing of exercise can all impact its effect on sleep. So it's essential to pay attention to your own body and its unique needs when it comes to finding the right balance of exercise and sleep. Additionally, the optimal amount and type of exercise for improving sleep may vary depending on a person's fitness level and individual preferences. Therefore, it may be helpful to experiment with different durations and intensities of exercise to see what works best for you and your sleep patterns. One question that comes then to mind is, how does the type and duration impact your sleep? Well, recent studies have shown some interesting findings. In one study, middle-aged adults were divided into 3 groups: moderate intensity aerobic exercise, high intensity aerobic exercise, and moderate to intense weight or resistance training. The aerobic exercise group showed the greatest beneficial sleep effects. However, the resistance training group also improved. But anyway, so the aerobic exercise groups showed the greatest impact on sleep, and between those 2 aerobic groups, it was the moderate intensity group that showed the greatest improvements. This indicates that a certain Goldilocks phenomenon in finding just the right level of exercise to benefit sleep. More about the exercise intensity is that early studies found indication that more intense exercise gave a greater improvement in sleep quality, but the difference in improvement was minimal. And later, more comprehensive studies reinforced this, indicating that it is not necessary to go to the extremes of physical exertion to get the most of the sleep benefits that exercise can provide. Different types of exercise can also impact sleep quality. Studies show that cycling produces the most robust improvements in deep non-REM sleep. However, more mind-body based exercises such as yoga and Tai Chi can provide equal, if not greater, benefits in sleep quality than traditional other forms of physical activity. The duration of exercise is also a factor to consider. Some studies suggest that longer bouts of exercise lead to larger benefits in several sleep metrics, including deep non-REM sleep, the sleep of falling asleep, and the amount of sleep overall. However, progressively longer bouts of exercise can be associated with a moderate reduction in the amount of REM sleep. This reduction is so minimal that it's not a cause for concern. So currently, the exact reason why exercise promotes better sleep is still unknown. However, several possible explanations exist. Firstly, as part of this lecture, of course, exercise releases endorphins that makes you more relaxed, which benefits your overall health and preparedness to fall asleep. Further, exercise promotes the release of immune factors and growth hormone. Another possible explanation is a chemical called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That is the release of which is facilitated by exercise and which is known to increase deep non-REM sleep. In conclusion, finding the right balance of exercise is key to improving sleep quality and quantity. The time, type, and duration of exercise all play a role, and it's important to find out what works best for you. With moderate intensity aerobic exercise, cycling, yoga, and Tai Chi that all provide benefits, there are plenty of options to choose from. Now, the last question remains: whether the timing of exercise matters when it comes to sleep improvements. Contrary to popular belief and to what I thought was true, it's been discovered that mid to late evening exercise does not harm your chances for good sleep. In fact, studies have shown that exercising 3.5 hours before bed boosts sleep by 15 minutes and significantly reduces the amount of time spent awake at night. Moreover, individuals who did weightlifting or resistance training 2 hours before bed fell asleep in half the time it would normally take and experienced an almost 20% boost in deep non-REM sleep in the first few hours of the night. However, exercise done 1 hour or shorter than 1 hour before bed can reduce the total amount and overall efficiency of sleep. It's important to note that exercising across different times of the day can make a difference to the number of specific sleep features, such as REM sleep, light non-REM sleep, and time spent tossing and turning awake at night. Exercising in the middle part of the day is associated with moderately less REM sleep, while morning or evening exercise provides the benefits of spending less time in a less restorative, light non-REM sleep. And lastly, working out in the evening, at least 3 hours before bedtime, leads to a more efficient sleep and less tossing and turning in bed. In conclusion, again, it seems that exercise before bed will more than likely result in very good sleep. So as long as it's done more than 1 hour before bed and ideally 90 minutes before, it's perfect. As we come to the end of this lecture, I want to leave you with some actionable strategies that can help you start and end your day on a positive note. By implementing these habits, you can build better resilience, manage stress, and improve the quality of your sleep. The first strategy is the 3 morning M's that can give you a perfect start of your day. These M's are mindset, movement, and mindfulness. Let's start with the first, mindset. It's essential to have a purpose to wake up in the morning. A good reason to get out of bed, such as a project you're passionate about, or a workout you're excited to do, or even just spending quality time with loved ones. Having a positive and productive mindset sets a tone for the rest of your day. Next up, we have movement. Of course, moving your body first thing in the morning can help reset your biological clock and boost your energy levels. Whether it's a quick yoga session, a morning jog, or just stretching, getting your body moving can help you feel more alert and focused throughout the day. And finally, we have mindfulness. It's important to pause for a moment and be present in the moment. Take a few deep breaths, meditate, or simply take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. All works. Practicing mindfulness can help reduce stress and anxiety, increase focus, and boost overall well-being. By incorporating these 3 M's into your daily routine, you can start your day with a positive and productive mindset, reset your biological clock, and practice mindfulness, setting yourself up for success throughout the day. The second strategy I came across is a simple yet effective habit that can improve the quality of your sleep and help you wake up feeling refreshed and energized. It's called the Power Down Hour. The Power Down Hour is a routine that involves finishing your day's business and getting yourself ready for sleep an hour before bedtime in 3 20-minute increments. In the first 20 minutes, take care of any unfinished business. This includes simple tasks like taking the trash out, caring for pets. And by doing this, you can avoid any last-minute rush or stress that may keep you awake at night. In the second 20 minutes, do something relaxing, like chatting with your family members, journaling, or breathing exercises. This can help calm your mind and body and prepare you for a restful sleep. Lastly, the last 20 minutes should be dedicated to personal hygiene, such as brushing your teeth, taking a warm bath, a shower, etc. These activities can help signal your brain that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. This simple routine can also help you establish a healthy sleep routine and promote a sense of calm and relaxation before bed. So I encourage you to try the Power Down Hour and make it part of your daily routine. In conclusion, today we have discussed the critical role of exercise in stress management and sleep hygiene in our overall health and resilience. We have seen how they are interconnected and how physical activity programs can improve both stress and sleep. By prioritizing stress management, good sleep hygiene via regular physical activity, we can build our resilience to better cope with life challenges. I would like to end this lecture with the following quote. Resilience isn't about never experiencing stress or difficulty. It's about how you respond to those challenges. By prioritizing physical exercise, stress management, and sleep hygiene, you can build the skills and habits needed to react with strength and grace. Feel free to contact me via email, Twitter, or Instagram. My contact details are given in this slide. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that this has been an informative and helpful session. Thank you so much.